Alright, so my clutch pedal, I got it off of Rock Auto. You can get the whole assembly. Kind of hard to see it there, but yeah. You can get the whole bracket. There's a bolt, 2 bolts that hold it in. I took a piece of flat metal about this wide, about, I don't know, probably 2 inches long, and welded some nuts to it and dropped it inside of this channel back here so that it had nuts like for the bolts to grab onto. And then you probably won't be able to see, but up here on the top part, yeah, you can't see, but maybe, yeah, right there, that is a 5/16 self tapper, about 2.5 inches long. That was a pretty big bitch, I'll be honest with you, but it can be done. I just screwed it up into the clutch bracket frame. There you go, you can see a little better. And then it went into the dash of the, like the firewall dash, whatever, the skeleton that the dash itself bolts to. So it's pretty secure. I mean, it ain't, it's got flex side to side, but that's just because it's plastic. You can get metal ones. I've done it as cheap as possible. I just halfway eyeballed and cut my brake right here, just enough for it to clear. It obviously needs a lot more clearance, but that's good enough to drive on. You can peel your carpet back, and there is a stamp inside, like on the floor, that you can cut out so that the shifter pops up through here. This is actually a shifter boot off of like a 90 model Chevrolet. I can't start it right now because my rear end's out of it, but whenever I turn the key on and the park stuff comes up right here, if you don't crank it quick enough, the line designating or telling you like what gear it's in, like saying it's in park, it'll disappear and it won't start. So you have to crank it within 10 seconds. But once it's running, the truck thinks that it goes into second gear and it drives just fine. Obviously I still haven't taken that guy off of there. And then don't laugh at my welds on my exhaust. But this, I should have went up about a 1/2 inch higher. I made it what I thought was level with the top of the cross member, but afterwards I found out that the top part actually kind of tilts down some, so I need to put some spacers right here to raise it up so that my pinion angle is better. Right now it sits pretty flat, and I had to get the front half of it lengthened, and then with the slip yoke I had enough to safely reach the rear end. Personally, if you're any good at welding, I would try to add some plates on that, because it is very, very flimsy. I bent it up from a couple of clutch dumps, so I would definitely put something here to there and weld it to keep it supported, you know, kind of triangulated. The transmission, I bought it brand new from a shop. It cost me about $2,100, I believe. The flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate are all for a 4.8. It works. I mean, it's good for every day. For you, I would definitely get an upgraded clutch. Just put in whatever bolts would go. Same factory automatic starter. It's got all the bell housing bolts on the sides and up top. And then I got a factory slave cylinder, slave cylinder hydraulic slave cylinder bearing, and factory line. It's all fairly factory. This is the plug that goes to your neutral safety switch for the automatic. I made the jumper go from pin 1 to pin 11 over here. A lot of people were saying to go to pin 12, which is that top one, and it didn't work for me, so I just went to 11 after reading some diagram schematics and it works, like I said, as long as you start the truck quick enough. And then the speedometer sensor is for a 4L60 four-wheel drive. Yeah, it's for a 4L60 four-wheel drive, but it'll also work on the manual. I'll have to get a part number on that. And the master cylinder up here on the top it's also factory. And just, like I said, I bought it from a part store. If you take the cover off right here and then this plastic cover around the fuse box, there is the one clip here and the one clip there. You can get in there with a drill and a hole saw bit. A lot of people said you have to take this whole thing out, the whole fuse block, but you don't. And then I took this piece off also, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Stock 5.3, still running on the stock 5.3 automatic computer. Truck doesn't know any different.